Welcome to Parent Coaches Unleashed, the podcast where we dive into the highs, lows, and did that really just happen moment of parenting teens and young adults. We're Carrie and Jessica, parent coaches, mythbusters, and occasional referees in the battle of hormones versus common sense.
If you've ever wondered, is this just happening to me? You're not alone. We're here to help you with real talk, expert advice, and hopefully a few laughs along the way. Need more support? We also offer private coaching, workshops, and speaking engagements because sometimes even parents don't have all the answers.
So continue listening as we tackle this parenting journey together.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to today's episode of Parent Coaches Unleashed. Hi, Carrie.
Hi, Jessica. I am so looking forward to our chat today because I feel like we've had a lot of guests lately and I miss just you and me time.
Well, here it is. Just you and I, Carrie. Let's give it a go.
I'm sure everyone else listening feels the same way, but hey.
That's okay. So one of the blessings, I guess, and curses of part of our job is scrolling through social media for topics, for what parents are talking about. And one of our listeners
Thanks, Deb.
actually, yes, thank you, Devin, actually told us to check out Reddit, their parenting platform, because they have a lot of interesting letters on there. And there's one I wanted to share with you and our listeners. And then I really want to take this one apart. There's a lot that we could talk about in here. Okay.
We're gonna unpack
Yes.
as I'm packing.
That's right. This will be Carrie's last broadcast from Florida for a while.
Yeah.
As she heads back to Utah. Okay, the letter. I'm currently 23 weeks pregnant and I'm married and in a relatively good financial position. I experienced a lot of fertility issues and my doctor recommended having children as soon as possible, so I did much earlier than I ever expected. I had plans to travel a little more and sort my career out, but life didn't go that way for me. At first, I was so grateful I even had the chance to have a baby, as it is something I wanted, but recently, during my prep work, I have been reading on parenting experiences in general. And in a nutshell, I am terrified, in really big caps. I am terrified. No, seriously, I'm freaking out. I obviously know being a parent is so tough, but the responses absolutely freak me out, with loads saying they haven't had any free time in close to a decade, and others saying they would never do it again and how they don't feel like the same person they were. I'm not particularly sociable and don't even really go out a lot, but I still enjoy vacations. I'm extremely lazy, LOL. I love nothing more than sitting around and lounging, which, as I've read countless times, you just cannot do now, ever. It's also hitting me that I will be close to 50 when she's grown up. I just suddenly feel like my youth has been snatched from me and I will be an old lady before I know it. I know I'm speaking like an insane person. Please bear with me. Anyway, I was thinking I was so blissfully happy even getting pregnant, but now it's setting in and I'm seriously not in a good headspace. I'm still grateful, but now I'm dreading the baby as opposed to being excited about it. I'd really appreciate positive stories about having children, how having children has improved your life and you're not missing out loads on fun stuff all the time forever. I've seen other threads related to this, but I wanted to speak to people in real time if that makes sense. Thank you. Where do we begin? First of
Well,
all, congratulations. Not everybody has the ability
to
to get
have.
pregnant on their
Yep.
own and carry a child. So, right off the bat, count yourself fortunate to be able to get
Yep,
pregnant.
it's a blessing.
It,
And hopefully you have a healthy baby.
yeah, and that's it. People say that I don't care about the gender, I just want a healthy baby. And it's true. But the other part of it is, yes, it can be terrifying. You have absolutely no idea what you're getting into until you're in there.
Yep.
And listening to probably all these negative comments on social media, where I guess the curse of social media comes in, you're going down a rabbit hole, and if you're only seeing negative comments, you can be like, holy shit, what am I in for?
Yeah, so this is we said the good and bad of social media. So we're in our 50s, so she's afraid of being an
We,
old lady
we want to tackle that one first.
when the when the baby grows, right? already worried about that. Well,
Isn't 50 the new 40? So
I don't
that's
know.
pretty young. By the time she's
So,
50, maybe she'll be the new 30.
yeah. So first off, it goes quickly, but yet then it doesn't. There are just so many stages that you go through in parenting that I think you stay in the moment, because if you start looking too far into the future, like, you freak yourself out. Anybody can. We don't know what's coming tomorrow. But
Right.
us being in our 50s, right, it kind of was a blessing. We didn't have social media and this endless amount of information to overwhelm us about what we were getting into.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, at the same time, if they want the answer to a question, they can easily find the answer regarding to having a baby or what to do, where our resources were books or our parents
Or
or
other
if
moms.
or other moms when we joined a mommy and me
Yeah,
group.
yeah.
Actually, do they even have mommy and me groups anymore? Because traditional ones where they go to a
Yeah,
class to
why
sit
wouldn't
around
they?
and talk.
They have
I
to.
don't know
I don't
because
know. It's not something I've looked into over the past 13, 14 years, but
well, because they can make mommy and me groups online.
on the
They have access to people,
huh,
so
that's
you could
true.
have, like, an online
No,
forum.
there are
You can
definitely
have
places here that still have I know for sure. We have places in our neighborhood, not just our local, um synagogue or local churches that have classes, but there are places that do classes too. There's Connection by us
right, that's right.
that has
Okay.
pla there's
Yeah.
yeah, there's definitely I feel like there will always be a need
There
for
will
that because
probably
even
because you want
though
the connection with other
right, it's
people
the
in
connection
person.
because even though you can connect through Facebook, does anybody wanna get together or whatever, somebody's already doing it for you. And at the end of the day, when you have a new baby, the last thing you want is more work. So if
Yeah.
someone's already putting that out there for you, I cannot see those ever going away. But
Yeah, I think just the access to them, it will increase, because there could be ones you find right there in your neighborhood, really without having to travel somewhere,
right,
right? There could be like a
right. It's
local
that
neighborhood group.
I think it can also add to more connection, like we met in the class, but
Mhm.
now we realize we're in the same neighborhood and you get together. But I don't see
Yeah,
that as being much different either. But I don't know, maybe just Facebook pages in within your own neighborhood could add more of an outlet for you.
yeah. Uh,
So
so back to she's
she's
freaking herself out
right.
because she's hearing horror stories.
And I
And
feel like what she's really getting at here is that she's afraid of losing her identity. And this one speaks to me a lot because when I was a new mom, um, I was fortunate enough to be able to stay home with my kids when they were young. And I had one friend who I worked with as a teacher who kept telling me I was losing myself. I was losing my identity because I was so focused on raising my kids, because I was less eager to go out on a Friday night happy hour with the teachers from my school. If I had the opportunity to stay and be with my kids or go out with a bunch of the girls, most often than not, I would choose to be with my kids. And it was a struggle for me because I had one friend on my shoulder telling me I was losing my identity, and I had the other me on my shoulder who all I had longed for all my life was to be a mom. And I was not willing to trade my time with my kids for myself. Yes, you change. Yes, your identity shifts because you're taking on a new role. You're a mom now. As I've grown and evolved, I don't think that those two things have to exist separately. You can
right,
do
they could be
both.
both.
Right.
Did you
I
not
I
think
I
that you
listen,
could
I don't I don't know that I had a conscious thought about it.
Mhm.
All I know was I wanted to be with my kids. That was what I chose. And I thought about that. I still think about it many years later, what my friend had said to me. And first of all, I felt like it was very judgmental and not a place that came from experience because this person was not a mom herself.
Do you think maybe she just missed you?
Yep. I think that is what it boils down to, that she felt like she was being left
Yeah,
out
she
because
lost
our
the thread.
time changed. Yes, she spent time with me and my kids, but our, I guess, quality one-on-one time shifted. And it wasn't forever. It just I needed to be with my kids in that moment. And here's what I'll say to being terrified of losing yourself. It's whatever you make of it. The first few years can often feel grueling, and you feel like you're just wiping butts and feeding babies all the time. I think it's important to keep close to your connections that are important to you. But I also don't think there's anything to feel guilty about. Either way, if you're choosing to spend the time with your kids or if you're choosing to go out for your own sanity and your own downtime to be with your friends. I don't think either one is wrong. You're not losing your identity. Your identity is changing.
Yeah,
You're taking on another role, and there's room for both.
right. And to this person writing the letter, I know it's nerve-wracking because you don't know what's coming. The anticipation, you don't know what you're gonna get.
It's the fear of the unknown.
Right. However, it's an additional role and a really special role. Being a mom is one of the most beautiful things in giving birth, like the whole experience and the miracle of it when you think about it. I mean, minus the pain and all that other stuff that you forget right away because we all then go on to have more children. It's a privilege to be in that role. And this is kind of the downside or the negative of social media where you hear the complaints and all the negative things, but every mom is going to be different. And it's about who you are as a person. And so if you are the type that you want to give up your career or put your career on pause to just be mom, then enjoy that role. If you want to do both and stick with your career and have other people assist with watching your kids, right?
Yep.
So my niece right now is pregnant and giving birth in March. And she and her husband work shift jobs. She's a nurse, he's a firefighter paramedic. And so they are going to be able to work out their shifts so that they can be the ones watching the baby.
That's great.
However, if you can't, right? Like
Not everybody is in that position,
it's
obviously.
okay.
Right.
Don't look at other people for their approval and you're going to get the judgment if you're asking. But you do what you want to do.
Right.
Even if it's not a money-based decision, like
Right.
you just want to continue. You worked hard, you went to school, you have advanced degrees, and you love your job. You also love your family. You can do
2
both.
things can be true. Yes, 100%.
And going back to your night out, it was your choice. You
Yes.
wanted to be with your kids. Now, if you had FOMO or you were worried that you were missing all the times with your
Right.
friends, hopefully you would have
I
made a
would've right,
different
right, 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 right.
choice. I tried to do both, right? When I was a new mom, I went back to work part-time. I had someone that came to watch Devin, and then I rode that until I didn't enjoy it anymore,
Okay.
right? Being half mom and half working person didn't work for me because not because of the job. My job was extremely flexible. I went into the office, they let me do a day from home back in the day before working from home was a
Sure.
thing, but I wasn't able to take the time to make the connections with other moms
Hmm.
because of my job. Or the Mommy and Me class I went to was on Saturday, so now I was meeting all working parents, yet I did have a day or 2 during the week off, and so I felt like I was missing
Right.
that connection, not
Mhm.
necessarily missing time with my baby because I loved who I had watching him
Right.
while I was at work and I did trust them. But it's very personal. Like those are personal decisions we have to make. And it's going to be different than your sister. It's going to be different than
Yeah.
your best friend or your neighbor. But you have to decide with your spouse or your partner what works and you can
Right.
change it. If you decide to stay home and you hate it, you're going bonkers, you need more interaction with people or want to be in a work environment, you can change it.
Yeah.
Now you can't give back and put your baby back inside, but
Well, no.
you know, you can change the staying at home or working situation.
Right.
But
It was funny. I the part where she wrote, "And I'm lazy.
yeah,
I
oh
like to just
God.
lounge on the couch." Some of our best memories with the kids are when we're all just home
Yeah.
together, like it making a movie night, everyone's just hanging out. Being home and being together, or when some of it's you're building your bonds, you're building your closeness. It's when some of the best memories are made with your
Yeah.
kids.
I think when she talked about being lazy, like I think your priorities just have to change.
Yeah.
If lazy means I want me time, I want to lay on the couch and just watch Netflix and not get up and make someone food or clean or whatever. I mean,
Or play with someone else.
play with someone else. But okay, so your laundry doesn't get done on the same schedule it used to
Right.
get done. You just have to not be so hard on yourself. I mean, you can still be lazy, but you do have a small child to be now
Right.
taking care of. I'd have to say, looking back, yes, the very beginning is nothing that you've experienced before because you were just on demand for their sleep and eating schedule. Obviously, giving birth takes a toll on the body, and then not sleeping in your normal schedule does too. But after that, you get to choose and try your best to put them on a schedule that works for your family.
Yeah.
And there are some times where you do have downtime
Mhm.
and you can be lazy. And there's so little and not telling you what they want that you take them wherever you want or not,
Right.
right? Those younger years, even though it's an adjustment because you're no longer just thinking about yourself,
Sure.
they're easier than when you start having toddlers running around or children having their own opinions
Right.
telling you no, right?
There are
Like,
plenty of people out there, like, you'll see the if since she seems to be spending some time on social media, there are plenty of people that blog about traveling with their kids
uh-huh,
and taking vacations with them. I think the beauty of motherhood is it's whatever you make of it. It's
yeah,
you have all these options now that are so readily available to you, and it's just what you choose to use and how you choose to use it to make it a meaningful experience for yourself. I mean, yeah, there's it's not all unicorns and rainbows.
no.
So I don't want you to think that that's what we're saying.
Mm-mm. There's so much more that we learn about ourselves being a parent
Yep.
that without those experiences,
Mhm.
we would just be very different people. We
Yeah.
learn how to open up our hearts and our emotions and love. Like, I remember that feeling, like, it's just so strong, the love that you have. I mean, obviously, the love for our partners is super, super
Yeah.
strong. Like, I remember looking at Ken, like, I can't do this without you, you know?
Right.
Like, that bond was super, super strengthened, but the love you have for your child is
It's like
the
no other.
most
It's
special
yeah.
thing,
A
and
and
that
I
just
have
has
to
to
say,
drive you.
as babies and as toddlers, nobody loves you or looks at you. The look,
Right.
I still can remember the look that my kids had, and it might not be there as much anymore,
I was just
but
gonna
when they
say,
were babies
what
and
wait a minute,
toddlers.
what was that look? Like, just
Can we go back there for a minute? Can you just look
lately,
at me with
it's
those?
that
They
the eye
they
rolls or like, "Mom, what was that look for?" And I was like, "I didn't really think
but
I need a look." But
oh, I mean, just the love that a child
Mm.
has for their mom.
Yes. It's hard work. It's the hardest job ever. We're not going to lie about that.
Nope, that one is true.
But the reward is so great. And you just have to learn whatever stage you're in and make the best decisions for yourself
Mhm.
and for your family. Always advocate for your child. Like, that's
Yep,
number one. The mom gut, like, I
that's
would
real.
say that's a
Yep,
real thing. Listen to your own intuitions when you think something's not right.
yep.
Trust that. But mm. Now, would we go back? Would we go back? Would you, Jessica, go back
And
if
do it
you
again?
could and do it again?
100%.
Like,
Would I
with
go back?
additional children or back with your own? Like, would
No,
you
I
have
really
a
like
fourth?
mine. I
Okay.
would keep I would wanna go back with my own.
No, I wanna wait a minute, I'd keep 2, but I would trade 1 in. No, I'm just kidding.
Listen, Avery was not an easy baby. She cried all the time, but she was so worth it. Like,
Yeah.
she's just, you know, she was oh my gosh, was she a crier.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. I too would go back and do it all over again. And
I would like
I
to go back knowing what I know now
yes. Yes.
and do it all over again
Mhm.
and see how they turned out, but
100%. Probably the same. That would actually be such an amazing experiment and experience, right?
yeah, both. Uh-huh.
Um, right, with all the knowledge, so obviously I'm sitting here thinking with all this knowledge that we've learned, if I went back, things would either be easier or we wouldn't have had as much conflict
Right,
or
right.
heartache or the kids wouldn't have as much conflict, but I don't know that that's true.
They probably would
And
have
they
been
would probably turn
end
out to
up
be exactly the same people that they are today.
Yeah.
And just remember, right? Parents all have good intentions and they are doing their best with the resources they have and the information that they have.
Absolutely.
So I'd like to say to her and to other people, like, we just got to stop judging other
Oh my
parents,
gosh, yes,
right?
please.
Like, just
Everyone's
if
doing the
someone
best they
asks
can.
you for help and guidance, okay, give them advice. But if someone's not asking you about their parenting experience or to give input, don't. And don't judge what they're doing.
Right.
You don't know.
Oh, the judgment. We're all just trying and
You
doing the best
don't
we can.
know. And at those
Yep.
young ages when you're getting to elementary school, the energy that was required to just get out of
Get
the
out of the
house
house
and
in the
get
morning, yep,
there,
mhm.
you know, you never wanna look at another parent for any reason negative, what the
Yeah.
kids might be wearing or look like or what they forgot or,
Well, it's like we tell our kids
you
now,
know,
you don't know their backstory, everybody's
no,
coming with one.
no. The fact that they got where they got might just
Right.
be a miracle on that given day.
Yes, absolutely.
So,
All
all
right.
right. I hope we helped.
We
What's her
wish
name?
her
Do we even
she
know?
didn't give
Reddit.
a name, she just said,
Okay.
"Thank you, we wish
New Reddit
you,
mom.
all new moms, everyone out there, good luck with your journey."
So if you know a new mom, please share this episode with them. And if
So
you're one of those 50-year-old moms like us, those experienced ones at their prime age, we are now entering a new stage and enjoy this for yourself and for your new role as mom, consultant, whatever you would like to call yourself. But
yes.
we are not old moms
No.
and we enjoy it just as much. And we get to look forward to maybe, I don't know, grandparent stage one day. Who knows what's coming next?
Or getting to know your spouse again, or looking for a new spouse, or
Oh,
traveling, or
that's
whatever it
true.
is.
Yeah. Or doing
Whatever
it
it
by
is.
yourself.
Yep,
Doing it
whatever
by
it is that's
yourself.
next for you.
So
Alright, thank you so much for being with us.
thank you so much for listening. And if you have any future topics that you would like to hear us chat
Discuss.
about, discuss, reach out to us at info@parentcoachesunleashed.com or Instagram Parent Coaches Unleashed. And thank you. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to this episode of Parent Coaches Unleashed with Carrie and Jessica. Together, we can raise the next generation of independent, capable, and compassionate young adults.
We encourage you to send us an email with questions and feedback to info@parentcoachesunleashed.com. Please remember, you are not alone on this parenting journey.